Howdy. This is, well, if you're watching, you know who this is. In addition to reading the Bible on YouTube, I also play quite a lot of video games, and a lot of y'all probably have no idea why. To keep it relatively short, I started playing after the woman I thought I was gonna marry ended up choosing meth instead of me. I was crushed. I still cry over it every day. But there was a PlayStation 4 sitting there in the corner, and I quite frankly did not know what else to do, so I picked up a controller and started to play. Started to play every day just to keep from falling apart. I figured it would probably be less self-destructive than alcohol or any of the other crutches that I could have used, so it was like, why not? Got good enough to start setting some world records. And from there, got into competitive score chasing. Most of the people that do competitive score chasing through Twin Galaxies and High Score and Speedrun and some of the other websites that are out there have been doing it most of their adult lives, more or less. But since I was, kind of pushed into it a little later because of what happened, I still did not really know what games I was best at, where I had the most natural talent, where I should be putting my efforts. Still don't really. So instead of specializing in one particular game like some of them do, I play pretty much everything that I can get my hands on. So I spend a lot of time just going through the databases looking for records that sound like they might be interesting. And I happened upon this one that was for fastest time to eat 50 chicken wings while playing Contra. I thought to myself, you know what? I like chicken wings, pretty good at video games. Why not give this a whirl? Put no thought into it any deeper than that. But because I was successful in setting that record, I ended up getting a gift card for Buffalo Wild Wings from Michael Stroka, one of the people that sponsored that record. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But anyway, he did these, settled it on the screen, which was a pretty awesome show on Twitch. And I'm sure he's done some other stuff too. But anyway, it got me to thinking, if that show had not been successful, in large parts due to kindness people had shown him, just tuning in to watch just because he was a good guy, that was like, he's been decent enough to me, I'll tune in and see what he's got to say. And having it kind of take off from there, if it weren't for the kindness people had shown him, getting his Twitch show off the ground, getting settled in on the screen to work, he wouldn't be in a position now to be giving out gift cards for things like that. And if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have been able to share chicken wings with one of my clients. And that may not sound like a big deal, but dude is only 86 pounds, so any solid food is a big deal. And it got me to thinking, it all started, with kindness people had shown this guy getting his Twitch show off the ground so that I could show some kindness to somebody else. And none of these different parties have ever or will ever meet. And just one small kindness spreading to another small kindness, spreading to another small kindness. And because I had been reading from the Bible on YouTube and putting out videos as often as I could, I had just read the first couple chapters in Exodus. So the story of Moses was very fresh in my head, and that's why, even though we've already done it, I'd like to read that for you again real fast, or at least part of it anyway. Exodus chapter 2, verse 5. And Pharaoh's daughter went down to the Nile to bathe, and her attendants were walking along the riverbank. They saw the basket among the reeds, and she sent her female slave to get it. She opened it and saw the baby. He was crying, and she felt sorry for him. This is one of the Hebrew babies, she said. This woman is Pharaoh's daughter, and this is Moses in the reeds. All it says was she felt sorry for him. Another small kindness. And if it wasn't for that small kindness she showed him, we would not have the 10 Commandments that God gave Moses in the tablets of stone. Deuteronomy chapter 5. Moses summoned all Israel and said, "Hear, Israel, the decrees and laws I declare in your hearing today. Learn them and be sure to follow them. The Lord your God made a covenant with us at Horeb. It was not with our ancestors that the Lord made this covenant, but with us, and with all of us who are alive here today. The Lord spoke to you face to face out of the fire on the mountain. At that time I stood between the Lord and you to declare to you the word of the Lord, because you were afraid of the fire and did not go up to the mountain." And he said, "I am the Lord your God who brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not make for yourself an image in the form of anything in heaven above, or on the earth beneath, or in the waters below. You shall not bow down to them or worship them, for I am the Lord your God. I am a jealous God, punishing the children for the sin of the parents to the third and fourth generation of those who hate me, but showing love to 1,000 generations of those who love me and keep my commandments. You shall not misuse the name of the Lord your God, for the Lord will not hold anyone guiltless who misuses his name. Observe the Sabbath day by keeping it holy, as the Lord your God has commanded you. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work, neither you, nor your son, nor your daughter, nor your male or female servants, nor your ox, your donkey, or any of your animals, nor any foreigner residing in your towns, so that your male and female servants may rest as you do. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God brought you out of there with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. Therefore, the Lord your God has commanded you to observe the Sabbath day. Honor your father and your mother, as the Lord your God has commanded you, so that you may live long, and that it may go well with you in the land the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not murder. You shall not commit adultery. You shall not steal. You shall not give false testimony against your neighbor. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. You shall not set your desire on your neighbor's house or land, his male or female servant, his ox or donkey, or anything that belongs to your neighbor. These are the commandments the Lord proclaimed in a loud voice to your whole assembly there on the mountain, and out of the fire, the cloud, and the deep darkness, and he added nothing more. Then he wrote them on 2 stone tablets and gave them to me. Now, if Moses hadn't been pulled out of the river by that one small act of kindness, God wouldn't have been able to give him the 10 Commandments to give to the rest of us. So if you really sit down and think about it, that one small act of kindness, pulling that baby out of the river, for no other reason other than she felt sorry for him, has reverberated through millennia. She wasn't seeking fame or glory. She was only doing what anyone else would do in that same situation, pulling that child out of the river. I don't know anybody that would just let a baby drown. But that one small act of kindness is reverberating across time. The same way that one small act of kindness that people showed the Twitch guy that gave me the chicken wing card so that I could share lunch with one of my clients has reverberated across space. The point I'm making today is a point that I don't think is made often enough, especially today with everything is going on. Kindness spreads. Good spreads. You know, kindness and good can grow. So be careful to put kindness and good out there. And the world will be a better place. You will probably be a happier person. When I started this Bible project, I told you that I would not preach because I am not smart enough, I am not well versed enough, and that is the truth. I'm not. But at the same time, when something leaps out at you the way this has leapt out at me this past week, I hope y'all will indulge me in this every once in a while. We'll get back to Exodus, our regularly scheduled programming as soon as we can. But anyway, I hope this blesses you, and thanks for watching.